Hey guys, I hope you all have your snacks and drinks already around you because we are already starting our new review. Okay, I'll give you a second. Ready? Let's start with our today's guest, Prison Architect. Well, I'm not familiar with the life behind the bars is like, or running the prison, or let's say sorting the budget, but playing Prison Architect definitely gives you an idea of the struggles, obstacles, and dilemmas you'd like to come up against. You can take the reins of a massive high-security compound or smaller, laid-back jail, dealing with the corruption, suicide, executions and the riots. Everything you could possibly witness is the part of the Prison Architect, and is brilliant, featuring a lovely art style and some great sound design. The thing that surprised me the most about the Prison Architect is the personal side it shows off. In Prison Stories you get to learn everything you need to know about the game through 5 isolated stories, with the little story threads through about the criminals and the employees of the different prisons you take to helm off. In the first story, you learn the basics of powering your prison through an inmate on a death row, about to be executed for the murdering his wife and her lover. Through the beautiful drawn snapshots and simplistic cutscenes, you begin to understand why he did and what he did, what the consequences, and are any chance of fitness everyone's points of view. These stories do a great job of educating you, not only showing you what everything does and how everything works, but adding another way for you to play the game. There is a to-do list in the game, so you can check back to see what you've been tasked with and how you need to deal with it. There is also 2 mods in the game outside the main story that allow you to play the game without these stories and without tutorials getting in the way. In Prison Architect mode, you're in full control, building everything from the ground up. You'll be responsible for building jail cells, powering the complex, feeding the inmates, and much more. If you can't remember everything you've been told in Prison Stories, you can be employed as the Warden in pre-existing prison that already has the most key features in place. You can still adapt to the prison and change anything you want to. Just saves a good few hours setting up in the new place. Playing the game is both complex and fulfilling. Knowing the basics really does help you in the long run, but the common sense goes a long way. You have 4 main options at your disposal, with each one offering the multiple stands: reports, constructions, prison running, and emergencies. The detail developers have gone into is remarkable, and the options for you to have run prison are endless. In construction, you will build 4 basic foundations, select which room you want to build on them, and fill with the relevant objects. For example, if you're building a kitchen, you need enough cookers and fridges to make the food, with a powerful supply running under the room and the water supply so you can wash up afterwards. Knowing the needs of your prisoners will tell you where you may need to improve. As you're going to read certain factors, you can eventually resort to full-scale riot. You have to hire staff to enter the prison, ranging from janitors, riot guards, chefs, and workmen. The workmen build everything, the janitors wash the clothes and clean up of everyone, and the chefs cook the food. All for your employers have wages, and you need to make sure you can afford to pay them. There is almost a skill tree of sorts in the form of the bureaucracy option. Through this, you can pay for the new abilities to be learned, such as giving all guard tasers, all building on efficiency of prison security. The welfare of your prisoners in your hands, and how you deal with that determines the kind of person you are. I treated the majority of my prisoners reasonably well. Most had TVs in their cell, and I opened up workshops for them to take their mind of things. With the yard, had plenty of gym equipment in. I had an issue where their laundry wasn't getting washed and they got pissed off, breaking through a mini riot. In response, I hired a small group of riot guards and sent them in the stop to shuffle. Of course, you can treat the prisoners poorly, but doing all, you can cause the fires, great amounts of damage and plenty of necessary deaths. There is a lot of emotional side of the things, and how do you strict can be difference between success and everything falling apart. So basically, Prison Architect is a great strategy game that has been ported really very well to PC from PlayStation 4. There are occasional problems when moving the camera around your prison and zooming in on specifics, but the controls are straightforward, useful and easy to become familiar with, especially with the ability to speed things up when you just schedule a ton of construction work. The world of Wardens is also a really cool feature, letting you download and experience user-created prisons for all over the world. The sheer amount of options is literally staggering, and it takes some time before you're going to grasp with everything. But I'm positively you'll adore the details when it deep in contraband, epidemic or full riot. Literally, this is the game where you can build your own prison and make it the way how you want. Guys, take a look at this game if you're interested in going prison and don't go in prison in your real life.